morning, good afternoon.
I'm sorry.
It is. Let's wait for her to be done. Let's wait.
Ooh, okay. Nope. Sorry. We just went on some rants, and then our producer was like, "You ready?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then my brain's like, "Bitch, no, you're not. You still need to giggle." I am so tired. Anyways, welcome back to our podcast, Two Girls,
No Fucks.
You are,
I am Ashley Marie.
and I am Katrina.
But if you get confused, I'm Katrina and she's Ashley Marie.
Because all black folk look alike, apparently,
Facts.
because that's a thing. Whatever. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about things we don't understand.
Yeah.
Or things that'll never make sense.
Things I'll never understand. You wanna go
God,
first?
I have so many.
You have a list. Okay,
I have so
and all
many.
the times we've been in the booth, this is the most writing I've seen.
Because I was like so upset about like I'm supposed to be a grown ass adult and I still don't get this shit. The first thing on my list, the heaviest thing on my list, parenting. I don't understand. Okay. Y'all want me, who's still figuring out the world, who's still fixing myself, and who's still growing, maybe not, horizontally, but definitely vertically.
Shut up.
And you want me to create these tiny people and make sure they don't become serial killers, maybe contribute to society a little bit.
Not end up on an episode of Dateline.
Yeah.
Like, all of these things.
You want me to do all of this?
So,
God!
I think about often, maybe more than I should, about how my mama was a full-ass mother at my age. My mom had an 11-year-old. And I could not imagine, like, even at this age, I'm still learning things. But at 11, I thought my mama knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't tell me that my mama didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, if I had a question at school, like, mama would figure out what the answer was, even if she didn't know it. Like, my mom was like the beacon of all things. And here I am at the same age, and I don't know shit. Or at least sometimes I feel like I don't. Or like, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know. Wow, that was heavier than anticipated.
Yeah.
But that's what it feels like.
I totally get that. That's exactly how I feel. Like,
Yeah. It's meh. Just meh.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if y'all can, teach me how to parent and stuff, that'd be cool. Or not, because some of y'all
Just have snacks handy.
And y'all can tell me to gentle parent these kids. Like, y'all might have gentle kids. I have straight up no limit soldiers in my house, okay?
I don't understand gentle parenting.
It's like my kids knew about, are embedded with, 90s behavior. Because I just be getting the people's elbow for no reason.
But, yeah, I guess because I come from a different time. And I come from a world where gentle parenting was not in anybody's vocabulary.
No.
You couldn't be gentle parenting. You couldn't be a gentle parent having a child in the 80s growing up in the 90s. It just wasn't an option. Mm-hmm. But I digress. So, yeah. But you go ahead and parent.
Yeah.
The best parent you can parent.
Okay? Sometimes we eat good breakfast, cereal or oatmeal or, homemade muffins because our mom was on her shit. And then sometimes,
oh my God,
sometimes we eat gummy bears for breakfast. And my 3-year-old tell me it's the funnest time ever. So I think I'm okay.
Also, can I just say that here's something else to piggyback off that. What I don't understand is how our parents worked full 40-hour jobs, took the transit home, and came home to our asses being like, what's for dinner? And cooked a full 3-course meal that sometimes we ate, sometimes we didn't.
We always ate it. We didn't want Maria to hit us. Loki.
Here's the thing, and no, that's absolutely fair, because I also too grew up in a household where you were supposed to eat everything on your plate, but my mama knew for whatever reason I was a weird child and I didn't like meat. I always ate my veggies. I always ate my rice. The meat was just something I couldn't fuck with. It just weirded me out. And my mom would be like, "You not getting up until that meat is finished." And here we are an hour and a half later. She's like, "Well, I guess you can get up because you ain't eating it." I'm like, "I told you I wasn't gonna eat this. Like, maybe next time we'll listen." I'm not saying that at 7-year-old Trina. I'm not even saying that at 41-year-old Trina to my mother, because I value my life. But the point is, I can't imagine now. I work a full 40 hours. I have to cook food for me and a wife. You want me to cook for a child too? Get the fuck out of here. How am I supposed to do that?
It gets easier when they can talk back to you. You just ask them what they want and then they tell you.
No, that's not easier, because I have nieces and nephews, and every time I ask them what they want to eat, it's never, "Oh, I want chicken nuggets." I heat the oven up, got the nuggets in, the nuggets are done, they're cooled off. Here you go. I don't want nuggets.
I think you need a good child experience. Let me allow you to borrow my 3-year-old. She's just a great time.
Just no. But anyways.
She will compliment you, then insult you, then tell you that you hurt her feelings. It's great ball of emotion. Yeah. But you want to know what that child always knows? What she wants to eat. Okay?
Well, there's a silver lining somewhere. Things I'll never understand. I'm trying to figure out like which one of these I want to go down the rabbit hole first. That's on my list, because my list is pretty lengthy. But I guess we can start with some giggles. Why do we need to know the Pythagorean theorem? Why did they teach us that in high school? Because you know when it comes in handy? During Pythagorean theorem season.
Yep.
When the government takes all of my theorems. What are you talking? What do you mean? Like, for real, the Pythagorean theorem. I can't.
Hurts.
Just, it
Put
hurts.
it right next to geometry.
Yeah, like,
last time I checked, there were no shapes on my tax forms. Thank you. Like,
you know,
what do
actually,
I need this for?
Nope, there is one shape. It is a square that you
That's
have to
empty.
check.
That's empty. That's how much money I'm going to get back.
That you have to check off. Like, did you do this year? Yes or no? That's it. That's all I got for the Pythagorean theorem.
Yikes.
So,
I agree.
What else do you got?
To piggyback off that, just the entire high school curriculum, throw it in the trash. I don't understand it. I learned all of this stuff that's useless to my real life. Like the classes that would have been more important, you only got them as like electives. So like,
yeah.
So like health, home ec, like.
Do you know how many people in my, well, I can't say that because that's not true. I grew up in Chelsea, so everybody in their household knew how to cook, even at an age where they probably shouldn't have known how to cook, but everybody knows how to cook. But, which is probably why we didn't have home ec. But, I mean, a shop class would have been nice to be able to build stuff. I love building shit, but, you know, not everyone can or knows how to.
Or the shop class could have just been teaching you how to fix stuff. Like, oh, your chair is broken. This is how you fix it. Oh, this. Change your fucking oil.
Or change a flat tire.
Yeah, like
things that we need to know. Yeah, I don't understand that whole.
Or like health class. Like, let me break this down for you. We understand that you guys are really young, but let me break it down even further so you fully understand. Like, how am I learning more about the human body from fucking TikTok than you guys ever taught me at all?
Yeah. I can't answer that because I don't know.
Like, there's this stupid, like, the video is, a guy's sitting at a table, a girl sitting there too. There's 2 separate videos. But one's a girl, one's a guy. And it shows you 2 jars, and they have a cucumber. And then they bring out, like, a jar of mayo or something. And then they're referring to a guy sleeping with multiple girls and what happens. So he sleeps with the jar of mayo, that's one girl. Sleeps with the other girl, that's the empty jar. Jug of water, rather. And then the other girl's also a jug of water. Now both of those waters are like cloudy and disgusting, and that's what happens to your vagina when men sleep with multiple women. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, how were y'all sleeping with this many people?
But that's a smart lesson.
Yeah.
Like, visually.
Yeah.
Shit.
So.
Well, then there's
So I'm like, how are y'all sleeping with this many people? Like, also, I'm not like, just all of it grossed me out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, At 14, I wasn't even sleeping with nobody.
I can't understand that. Another thing I can't understand is the lack of driving skills that are amplified by any kind of precipitation. The moment it rains, people lose all ability to drive. They already didn't have the ability.
Specifically in the area that we live.
It's horrible. And reason why I'm swerving, it's not because I'm texting, because no, that's rude. But also, like, the potholes are everywhere. Everywhere. So I have to avoid them while also avoiding people who are on their phone texting, which is annoying.
So great.
Yeah.
So great.
Go ahead. You got something else.
The potholes just like immediately, every time there's potholes, people are like, oh, so much for my tax dollars. I immediately think about, like, bro, I get taxed on money all year. Then you file this paperwork at the end of the year, beginning of the next year, like, hey, this is just proving to you that I'm not keeping any money from you. And then they still take money from you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Billionaires get to keep all of their money. And the government finds a way to find me in my paycheck. Like, hey, guess what? See that little $200 that you thought you were going to get? We're going to take that.
Give me that.
Like, leave me alone. Do you see where I live? I know. You're the government. I know you know. Like, I need that $200, bro. Oh, that's annoying as fuck, to say the least. But anyways, what else you got?
Women's pants never have any pockets. And if they do have pockets, they're fake pockets. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like stitching. So, fun story. I when I was getting married and I had my bridal party, get fitted for suits and stuff. And then I remember sending out the group text being like, do y'all have pockets in your coat? Because what I wanted to do, I didn't want them to hold bouquets because they're wearing suits. I thought like a cute boutonniere or something, but I saw this thing on Instagram where it was like a pocket boutonniere, so you could put the little flat pack plastic thing in your pocket while the flowers were out, so you didn't have to get poked with a pin and all that shit.
Oh, cool.
No, there was no pocket. It looked like it was a pocket.
There did. I was literally just thinking about it right now. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it looked like
is this
a pocket.
like some sort of fucking Inception? Like there was a pocket, now there isn't?
Nope,
like
there was no. And they my sister went, doot, and the top part of her fingernail disappeared, but the rest of her hand remained above the pocket and it wasn't going anywhere. I was like, oh, so you don't have a pocket. Okay, cool. That idea is getting thrown out the window. Because they already paid enough for the suits. I'm not going to have them go take it to a tailor to have them take out the pocket. Like,
yeah.
Whatever. You can just go and get poked in your titty and deal with it. It's fine.
That's so annoying. Like, I have shit I need to hold. Just because you are assuming that I'm carrying a purse does not mean that I don't need no fucking pockets.
Also, not everyone likes carrying a purse. There were a lot of times where I felt very dudeish in a sense of all I had in my pocket was keys, phone, chapstick. That was it. That was all I needed. I didn't need anything else. And then I hit my 40s and I was like, oh my God, I have to be a girl now. And like, I have makeup and snacks and medication and lotion and Band-Aids because I'm surrounded by people who need things. It's weird. But that's me. You okay over there? You were in thought.
I was like, I actually low-key hate carrying a purse. But once I transitioned from one thing to, like, for example, my backpack. My backpack had a pen exploded in it at work. So I had to transition to something smaller because I didn't have something that was big like my backpack to carry all of my things.
Yeah.
And then when Maria gifts me something, if I don't use it, like... It's like
it's an insult.
You don't even like me. Okay, I'm sorry. So she gifted me this purse because
excuse me,
Maria's bougie and the purse has a pink stain on it and she doesn't want it anymore. And I'm like, cool, whatever. I don't care.
I'll rock it.
Again, not a brand name person. Like I really don't care.
Yeah.
So I just dumped everything in there and started rocking it. And then the other day someone was like, oh my God, a Gucci purse? And I wanted to be like, I don't even know if this thing's real. Also, I could care less.
In case you needed to know.
Yeah, like, please.
Speaking of purses and things I'll never understand is the amount of chapsticks I've purchased in this life and have not used because I've lost. Why? Do you know the chapstick that's currently in this bag is a backup to the backup? Because I can't find my backup, because I can't find my original chapstick that was in this bag the last time we were in the studio. I can't find it.
Okay, so I have a desk chapstick, I have a car chapstick, I have a purse chapstick, I have a nightstand chapstick.
Yep.
So
Same.
So my nightstand chapstick ran out. So I took my purse chapstick, bring it to my nightstand. Now it's a nightstand chapstick. Took my desk chapstick.
You got to shift everything around.
Took my took my car chapstick, put it in my purse. Took my desk chapstick, put it in my car. So
I know.
how come when I get to my desk, I have no chapstick?
Because you done transferred.
There should be one in my purse.
The way my chapstick is set up, it's in my checking, but it really
So
comes from my
awful.
savings.
And then I'll be like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to buy another chapstick. I don't think I've ever gone to the bottom of a fucking chapstick.
It's
ever.
been a minute since I've gotten to the bottom of a chapstick. Right now, I don't even have chapsticks for bags now. I have this one. My wife can attest to this because she sees it everywhere around the house. It's one jar of Vaseline, cocoa butter flavor. That's what we use in. And I got a miniature version that I carry around with me when we leave the house. That's it. Because the chapstick thing, and even I don't even know where the little one is. I know where the big one is, but I don't know where the little one is right now. I'm annoyed
The
by that.
thing is, like, for the most part in New England, you could leave a car chapstick. That fucking, like, end of June to, like, beginning of August, you leave a car chapstick, it's over for you. Over.
No, it's a wrap. Don't open that shit up until the weather drops to
yeah,
at least 30
exactly.
degrees so it can freeze back up
Gross.
again, because you're not going to use it. I'll tell you that right now. You know what? I actually have something here, but I think I want to use it for another episode.
Okay. So,
I will save that for later. But I do have, prices of groceries are absolute trash. The earth grows these things for free.
seriously.
Consumerism came along and was like, hey, I'm going to pick said fruit and veggie out of the ground, but I'm going to charge you for it.
Fucking bullshit.
Like, what? What?
That's like when you can buy whole fruit at the grocery store, or if you buy cut by the people at the grocery store, it now becomes so much more money. Like, hi.
It's like $1.50 per cut.
Yeah, like, you're like,
For
what the
what?
fuck?
For
I just needed you to cut this for me, so I didn't have to go home and cut it, and I can maybe do something else.
But
Shit.
if you wanted to cut it, we'll also sell you the fruit cutter that's right there next to the
so stupid.
Why is
stupid.
Earth so ghetto? It's so bad. We are literally atoms floating on a rock in the middle of nothing, paying bills. Let that sink in. For why?
I like to wake up in the morning and on my drive to work be like, I am really taking my ass out of my house, which already costs me money, to then go to this job.
Which costs you more money because the government taking money.
Because the government taking my money and me paying someone else to watch my kids. You know?
I saw this reel recently that said this woman was a stand-up comedian and said, you know, I just randomly stood in one corner of my apartment. I pay for that corner. Like, why have I never stood
That's
here?
$50.
This is like $30 a square foot. Why have I never stepped here?
She did say $30, but we live in Boston, so it's $50.
It's $50.
now.
Have you ever touched your ceiling? Touch the ceiling. You paid for that. You pay for that every month, and you don't touch these things. Like, what do you mean? Oh, but yeah. So groceries, trash. I hate it. Anyways,
trash.
go ahead.
The interview process.
Oh,
I don't understand.
let's get
I
into
don't
it.
understand. So you meet someone
Okay, go ahead.
for 30 minutes.
Yep.
You like them so much, you meet them again for another 30 minutes. Don't you think you're going to get the same version of them that you got the first 30 minutes? And
No, they're
you're-
gonna switch it
and-
up.
And now you're in, like, invested in this person. You want them. Like, that's your pick.
Yeah, and
And
they turn out to
then-
be somebody completely different. Or how about
Yeah.
the other side of that? When are jobs going to stop asking for cover letters? I don't see a purpose in a cover letter anymore. I'm not on the hiring end of things, so somebody is probably going to come at my throat and be like, this is why we use cover letters. Cover letters are so outdated. I was helping my cousin who just turned 17 fill out a job application online, and she was like, I don't know what this means. Yeah, she was like, I don't know what this means.
I don't understand that. Or like if you're
And you know what it was for? Part-time retail associate. You want a cover letter and a resume? But she is 17 years old. She worked under the table at another grocery store. That's her resume. She knows math.
She didn't even write that. It was under the table.
It's trash. It's absolute trash.
I'm telling you, like, I don't understand it. So, in my current role, I've done,
how many interviews?
So many interviews that, like...
Your head will probably explode.
Yeah. Now I just ask people, like I created a series of, like, random questions that I ask people just to, like, throw them off. Like, they want to talk about this job and salary and the culture and they want to use all the corporate jargon that makes me fucking cringe at night. Yeah. And I'm like...
Do you ever ask people what their 5-year plan is?
No.
Thank you for that.
No.
Because my last
in 5 years, if you're still working for me, we both had a problem.
Because in my last interview, somebody in one of the groups asked me, where do I see myself in 5 years? I said, I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight, so I can't answer that. I work there now. Like,
nice.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. Did you not live through COVID? Did you not see what happened? Like, anything can happen, let alone 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, let alone 5 years. Exactly. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, yeah, fuck out of here.
I think I don't ask people that. I don't ask people why they left their last job because I don't like being lied to.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because then I immediately in my head I'm like, I'm 90% sure you're lying to me. Like they probably weren't paying you enough, and you're out venturing into the world to see if you can get big bucks. You know.
Of course, and odds are really high. They didn't leave the job.
Yeah.
They left the boss. Mm-hmm. So
they have nobody to call.
Yeah.
You know, if I do that call where people say, oh, we called to do a check in on this employee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's illegal that they could say anything bad about you, but they can also choose not to say anything at all.
Right, exactly.
And that might be even worse. Just what if you're having a bad hair day the first day? What if you're, what if you're presenting white on the first day of your interview and then you show up later and you're like, hi, just kidding, this is my afro. Bye. I mean, you're still going to have that job, just so you know.
Listen, but it's called duality. It happens. This is how we roll.
Yep.
I can't decide if I want to, because I have 2 more. Yeah. No, I lied. I have 3 more. But I can't decide if I want to be funny or be serious.
Okay.
What do you have?
A couple more. So right. 2 are kind of linked together.
All right, go for it.
So, paying for health insurance.
Oh, okay? Dear God.
I'm so fucking mad about this. I just can't. You pay for health insurance while you're healthy, so in case something happens, you're covered.
No,
correct?
You're not. No.
Correct?
Not in this country.
Not in this country. Because if something happens, you still have to pay. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You pay for insurance weekly or bi-weekly out of your check. That's just for health insurance, which for whatever reason and alignment in the universe, dental and eye care are not included in that.
They're like opening acts for health insurance. Like
it's like, ta-da! Guess what? Dental insurance will cover you. The most I've ever heard, and I used to work in insurance, so the most I've ever heard of dental insurance, the coverage is up to $2,000 in a calendar year. So from January 1st through December 31st, if you have more than your scheduled 2 cleanings and your x-rays, if they're covered, you have to pay out of pocket for that shit.
That's insane.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely atrocious. And let's not talk about the eyes, because my word, I also freak out about going to the eye doctor. I hate going to the eye doctor only because that
the top half of my body is not nearly as expensive as the bottom half of my body. True story. Okay.
That blue circular light they gotta hit you with, that's supposed to take 30 seconds, maybe a minute max. I'm in that room for 20 minutes.
Oh God.
Because I can't sit still.
Okay.
I don't know what it feels like I don't wear contacts.
Yeah.
I don't wear glasses. Thank God. Lord help me the day I do. I don't know. I'm never going to wear contacts because I can't physically touch my eye. It freaks me out. When I needed to have eye drops, now imagine me, 5'8". At the time, probably a solid 180. My mother, who was 5'2",
I know.
a buck
We're the
10,
same
soaking wet, is on top of me, forearm across the chest, forcing me to open up my eyelids so she could get the eye drops in because I couldn't do it by myself. Full ass grown adult. This happened in my 30s. It was horrible. Horrible. Because something
you
fell
do
off a
yourself?
tree
Oh.
and scratched my eye. Because I wanted to go for a walk. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, that's where we're at.
So Andrew's out here trying to save your vision, and you're like, "Fuck you!"
I'm like, I can't do it.
Jesus.
But
so
yeah, health insurance is
Fucking
absolute
trash.
atrocious in here. So yeah, you pay all these things separately.
you do.
You go to the doctor. Oh wait, guess what?
copay.
Or if you picked a plan that didn't have a copay option, you have to pay towards a deductible, be it $500 minimum or $2,000 until you meet that deductible again in a calendar year. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I used to work in insurance, so I know this shit. But also what people don't understand about insurance is that the insurance companies, big ones, whatever, I'm not saying names because we don't get paid to say their names, but they will offer companies options of plans, and it's the company that chooses which one of these options they want to offer their employees. So people get mad at insurance, which yes, insurance as a whole is fucking trash, but be mad at your employer for not picking the shit that you need the coverage for. That's just me, but y'all can come at me sideways with that.
All
I'll
I'm
just roll
saying
my eyes.
is if I basically push out my baby in my car on the way to the hospital, and all y'all do is just help me with the last like little finesse, like
not the last.
I got no epidural, I got no fucking
But
sleepy
you get a
time.
bill for 5 figures.
Yes,
Absolutely
For
the
eating?
fuck not.
and,
And that hospital food is trash.
yeah, but you have to eat it. You have no other option. Or if you bring in your own food, they're still going to charge you for you anyway. For ibuprofen, yo, I literally have paid so much money for ibuprofen. It's actually embarrassing.
That's
Like,
disgusting.
because they won't give you anything higher than that.
else. Yeah.
I'm like, hi, the bottom half of my body is still trying to reconnect with the top. Like, I'm like the Slinky Dog in fucking Toy Story. Like, get it together.
I can't unsee that now.
Yeah, you can't. And they're like, we'll give you these ibuprofen for like $700 a pop. I'm like, I
Who
need
made the ibuprofen?
it.
Did Jesus make it? Because the fuck.
Like, it's absurd.
What are we doing?
I will. I don't know when we post this episode. Maybe I'll share you guys my last hospital bill for my kid. Yikes.
Yeah, just be sure to black out all the things besides the
Yeah.
because anyways,
Absurd.
all the things. I think I'm gonna go with the heavy and end with the funny. So here's something I'll never understand: homophobia, xenophobia, fat phobia, racial inequality, and why Breonna Taylor's murderers are still walking free. That was me dropping my pen. Because why?
She dropped the pen on purpose this time,
I
guys.
did.
Just so you know.
It was not an accident. I did that shit on purpose. I'm very proud of myself that it stayed on the notebook and didn't make its way to the floor like it usually does. But anyways, I'll never understand why people feel the need to fill the void that they have within themselves with hate towards somebody else because you don't understand what it is that they're going through. So rather than trying to understand or, I don't know, minding your business, like, why do you have to be so fucking cruel? It does not make sense. Are they paying your bills? Shut the fuck up. Are they affecting your quality of life? Shut the fuck up. Like, the math for me in this situation is not mathing at all. That is not the Pythagorean theorem that I learned in high school.
Nope.
Not at all. And if it was, it's bullshit because my word, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it.
It's not some, like, I don't know. Even when you try and get those type of people to explain to you, like, their point of view, it still doesn't make sense.
I can't wrap my brain.
Like, oh, we're using logic and reason over here and you're not cool, bro. Like,
go walk into a wall or something. I don't know. It's so infuriating and frustrating to be on the receiving end of the hate when that's not what I give out. I give out shade, not hate.
sometimes people need a little shade.
Absolutely they do, because look at the dumpster fire we're floating on. But yeah, so that's my heavy. We're crossing that off. You got anything? You got one more thing, right?
I actually had two more things.
Oh, go for it.
One went with my rant about insurance.
Yeah.
Yearly checkups. You mean to tell me that when I'm a fresh out the womb baby, you got to check me like every 20 minutes, make sure I'm good. They have like 17 appointments in their first year of life. There's my witness behind the glass. He knows what's up.
He's like, yeah, this is bullshit.
He's, like, it's ridiculous. And then as they get older, it's like, oh, we need to only check them 3 times this year. We need to only check them 2 times. Now that you've reached the ripe age of 4 years old, we will check you once a year. Okay? If anything happens in between that, please go to those doctor's appointments that you're paying for. JK. Pay extra $200. Now you can come in and see some shady doctor. Like, what?
I don't understand. I don't know.
Like, a lot can happen to the human body in a week. So you go a year without seeing me and you're like, oh, since the last time we spoke, exactly 1 year ago, ma'am? Like, what?
Not even exactly, because insurance won't cover it. It has to be a year plus some days in order for insurance.
Like, absurd. You can tell that I just saw my doctor today, right? I'm fucking pissed about it. She's like, oh my gosh, you look different. Bitch, of course I do. Hello?
It's been a year. What do you mean? Get the fuck out of here.
Then we go through all my ailments, all the things that concern me, whether it be actually happening or just in my brain, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's like, okay, well, I think we talked about this before. Then she scrolls through computer notes. Yeah, if you can't even remember, then why do you expect me to remember? Like, shit.
You the one that has all that shit written down in Epic.
Like, how about we just go through like a 4-month span? Like, hey, I think I should really come and hang out with you real quick. Okay, no, I don't need to see you for a while. I'm good.
Right, let's do a check-in.
Like,
something.
Could be fucking laser beams from my eyes and you wouldn't know anything about it, bitch. Like,
not until my appointment when my insurance covers it.
Fuck. Pissed about it.
I could tell. So my last one is kind of funny, and I was really proud of myself when I thought of this one, because I was like, I don't understand this. I didn't get my giggles out. Hold on.
Okay.
Why is LL Cool J the only black man to ever make it to the end of a horror movie?
I don't know.
Right?
But sorry, Samuel L. Jackson, I'm so sorry. Every time I see that scene where the shark just jumps out of the water and absolutely murders you, I get so upset for you.
And he's in the middle of a great monologue. Probably the better acting in that entire movie. The entire movie is
so garbage.
Trash. It's
so garbage.
The graphics, everything is horrible. And here's the thing. I don't do horror movies at all. I only go by what my cousins tell me, because they like watching that shit. And they're like, oh, the black people, they never make it out the first like 10 minutes and blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
LL Cool J did. And this one, from a whole ass shark.
I know.
That was smarter than everybody on that fucking whatever tank that they were living in at the time in the middle of the fucking ocean during a hurricane. Because that's when shit always breaks down.
I think it's Freddy vs. Jason. Kelly Rowland's in it, and I'm like, from the jump, I'm like, yes, Kelly, you gotta survive for me and for you.
No. When did she die? Minute 15, maybe 12. I've never seen it.
She barely made it to 12. Like,
Were the opening credits still rolling?
I think they had just been done. Like, Kelly, I was like, damn, girl, come on. Come on.
Man.
But anyway.
That's great. But yeah, that's my funny one. I'm ending on that one. So what about you? You got one more?
My last one could also be the quote, I guess.
Okay. Do you want to leave it as the quote or do you want to say it?
Yeah, we'll leave it as the quote.
All right. So if you made it to the end of this episode, kudos to you.
Thanks.
I'm clapping.
Appreciate
Very
it.
sarcastically.
If you have anything that you don't understand, doesn't make sense to you, drop it in our comments.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the socials because all the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah. All the cool kids.
We have like 400 followers and stuff.
Shout out to Facebook, which I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever say that because it's
Yeah.
Facebook. But here we are getting the engagement that we need. So we appreciate y'all for that. Shout out to the Bridge Sound and Stage.
And Mertz.
Woo, woo. Killing it on the other side of the soundproof glass, dealing with all of our bullshit.
Oh.
All of it. What is the quote?
The quote is, why does saying you're down or up for something mean the same?
That's so rude.
Right? Right?
So
I will
rude.
never fucking understand that. I will never understand. But it's true.
Okay. Well, now that I have heavy thoughts,
Yeah.
we're gonna go and we'll see y'all bitches next week.
Bye.
Damn.
Right?
Like, what are you,
I was like sitting there like,
what?